What's going on, you guys? Ice Hands here, and we are returning a semi-classic horror game, The Evil Within. It was a pretty big hit last year when it came out, but if you've seen any of my playthrough of this game, at least, I can't say anything about the DLC, but the original game was completely bugged out, and it just came with a lot of flaws that made the game pretty frustrating. I've even attempted playing this game on Akumu mode, and half of my deaths really had a lot to do with the game just being so broken. You know, your character is like trying to move a tank around and this and that. But anyway, let's set all that aside. We are now returning to The Evil Within, but they have released a DLC. They released it quite a while ago, and I actually did a full playthrough of this chapter. I did it on Twitch. I live streamed the entire thing. I actually wasn't planning on replaying this game or actually doing any type of YouTube Let's Play videos of this, simply because originally I was going to upload my Twitch videos on YouTube, but there's a whole bunch of copyright problems going on there. Usually when I start my streams, I'm playing music, and because of that music, Twitch decides to literally mute half of my entire video, even when music is only playing for the first 2 minutes of the stream. They literally mute half of my entire recording session, which perfectly explains why I stopped uploading Outlast videos. I've had some people asking why I stopped uploading videos of me playing Outlast. That is the reason right there. It's because half of the videos are muted, and I will not be uploading muted videos. I want you guys to hear everything. Twitch just has its own thing going. I don't know why they can't just mute the portion of the video where the copyright content is being played instead of doing the entire thing. So I had to just completely cancel. I feel really bad about that. I really do. And it really saddened for me to say I don't really plan on replaying that game. I did not enjoy Outlast. Not that it was scary, but I just do not like the run and hide mechanics. And that leads me to my next point. This game is 90% based on hiding and running. So I'm not too big of a fan in this game, but there are a little bit of resistance elements in this game where you can fight. Anyways, I think I've done enough ranting. That's a very long intro. I'll probably just add a annotation into the video so you just skip straight to the video or the video game footage. Anyways, there really are no options to select difficulties here. It just takes you straight into the game, and I can see why it does that. There's really no combat experience going on here, so I think I'll just brighten it up just a little bit. And oh, I take that back. There is another. I don't remember this being here before. Let's see. Stem is complete darkness. All you have is your flashlight to guide your way through. That's technically how it usually is. Standard difficulty experience. You know, this sort of feels like they're kind of different chapter, but I'm just gonna stick with the typical survivor. They existed together, but each saw things in their own way. It was as if the patient's consciousness filled in the blanks, creating their own reality.
Do you stand with Mobius?
I do. I made my choice.
I'm sure you recognize this scene. This is the crash scene from the beginning of The Evil Within, when they were driving the ambulance and the police officer driving the ambulance was possessed, so he like drove off a cliff or something, and then they just crashed. Apparently, Sebastian decided to leave her in the back of the ambulance. Actually, not leave her, he just never checked. Now, the gunshot we just heard, I originally assumed that was Sebastian's shot. Simply because... You remember when he finds that gun and he shoots a police officer in the head for the first time? I thought it was that. But this takes place in the daytime. So... I also completely forgot about the crazy sensitivity of this game, so I'm going to readjust some settings real quick and I'll be right back in a second. Alright, I'm hoping this is going to be a little bit better. Okay, so F is the attack button. Let's see here. I remember this. There was actually a tube of green gel sitting here when we played as Sebastian. Remember, he came out from this side. Actually, you know what? It would be pretty funny if we looked in there and we see him right now. Now, is my character able to crouch? Okay, she does crouch, and it's a space button, so that's gonna be a little awkward. I had to double check my controls because I don't know if I can get used to crouching with the space bar. Apparently, this has multiple functions. Anyway, it's been a while since I've actually played this, so I can't really rely.
I wasn't alone. Where is everybody?
Good question. Was this here before? Can I do anything to that? But like I said, I am not a fan of running and hiding simulators, such as Outlast. That's why I despise that game so much, and I believe this is where Sebastian was when he, there were boxes here that you could break, but I guess we broke it, so she had nothing to look at here. Try a little exploring because I was immediately attracted to the light right there. So it felt like you were supposed to go that way, and actually I think the path is all cut off, so yeah, it's pretty ridiculous the amount of invisible walls that you can run into here.
Fine.
Sorry, Detective Skivs and Creeps up.
You mistaken her for dead? See, that's the guy Sebastian had to shoot in the head. So they give me the impression that this is all taking place before Sebastian awoke from the accident. So this is daytime still. Because remember, Sebastian woke up at night. So I'm assuming it's going to be when nightfall hits here is when Sebastian wakes up. But we didn't see him.
I've got to get out of here.
We didn't see him inside the ambulance. I checked. So do I have a flashlight on me? I do not. I just couldn't remember if we started off with the flashlight. Are we actually supposed to go this way? Ooh. I think we are supposed to go that way. So I'm gonna check over here. Because there are hidden items and such to pick up. KCPD criminal record. Now, I'd like to read all of these, but I just really don't want to sit here and take the time to read it. I feel like none of these truly unfolds the story. And I think we all know how the Evil Within ended. It's just nothing but questions. And supposedly this DLC is supposed to expand on the story a bit, but to me it just feels like it's a spin-off story. It doesn't elaborate on anything. So in case you consider that a spoiler alert, no, this is not going to elaborate what went on. It's not going to elaborate what went on in the original Evil Within story. I think he's running around up there. Should I just keep looking up to see?
Hey, where's Joseph? Settle down, Leslie.
Leslie.
Leslie. Leslie Withers.
I'm sorry?
Kid, I need you focused. I need your attention. This is a serious matter. Everything we do is a serious matter.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'd like to think so, but conviction must be proven with action. As I was saying, your target is Leslie Withers. He's a patient at Beacon Mental Hospital. But he's something more. Simply put, we need him to run our STEM system. Without this asset, our research will mean nothing.
I don't understand. We own Beacon. Why not just take him?
Our relationship with his advisor, Marcelo Jimenez, has become rather strained. The boy is a leverage piece. Jimenez plans to activate a STEM prototype at Beacon without our permission. Obviously, that's unsuitable. Have no illusions. It will be dangerous. Come, take a walk. The nurses are waiting.
Hey there. Where did you come from?
Okay, so if you guys remember in the original The Evil Within, the save system took place inside the nursing hub, I guess you could call it, with the nurse who I always called Nurse Betty, but it was just, I don't remember what her name was, but in this game, instead of it being a nurse, it's going to be this cat and a couch. So we're going to go ahead and save it right now. So anytime we see this fancy red couch and a cat, that is our save station. So now we can move around. I just don't remember. I think we're supposed to go that way. Just don't remember if there's anything to loot around here or not. This is just one strange looking office. I will say that much. Actually, there's probably not really anything you can pick up in the beginning of this game. There's no loot. There's not as many hidden items and objects to pick up like there were in the original The Evil Within. Now this part I noticed straight off the bat, how awkward, how weird this setup here is. As soon as... Here we go. Look at their faces. For some reason, their faces are just completely blurred out. Of course, I don't understand any of it. I can't zoom in yet. Do I have a flashlight yet? Nope, I do not. You can walk by holding down the control key. I don't know if that's the default key or not, because I did switch some keys around when I played this before. Just gonna walk some more. Little planning going on here. I like to know where they're growing the weed. Where's the pot? Where's the fucking pot? I want to get high before I go on this dangerous journey. I'm assuming her memory is probably distorted because that's why she can't see their faces. Oh, you can sprint. I just don't think this is the right way to go. The red light is a telltale sign that you can't go that way. Not yet, bitch. Alright. So, I remember the stamina thing was a huge debacle of mine in this game. It's terrible. You know, the player runs like... It reminds me of either Homer Simpson... Oh, I have to hold it. Press and hold. Or Peter Griffin. You know, when they only run for a few steps and then they're just so tired they're about to pass out.
If Jimenez activates the system, you'll be pulled in. Hopefully he doesn't. But as a precaution, we've prepared an infusion to prevent contamination.
Like a vaccine? To protect me?
More accurately, to hide you. We developed STAP, but there is a ghost in the system. Something we call Ruvik. It means to keep us out. This infusion should protect you to some extent.
Why send me alone?
You won't be alone. You'll be with your team from KPD. You'll get a call on the radio reporting an incident at Beacon. Everything will be arranged. But their consequences of little value. In regards to your mission, they're expendable. Come, sit down. We must have that boy. He will enable us to change everything.
I'll come back with him.
I needn't remind you the consequences for failure. Loyalty is a sensitive subject for us. Trust is such a valued commodity in today's world. So once again, I ask you, do you stand with Mobius?
I do. I made my choice.
Now you must back up your words with actions. Do not waver. Now I'm going to count down. And when I'm finished, I'll ask you a series of questions. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'd like to ask you some questions.
She's getting high.
Have you ever felt abandoned by the ones you trusted?